What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Knights of the Nerds Table. I'm your host, EJ, and I'm here to talk about the new slate that DC Studios co-head, James Gunn, has just announced. Now, before we dive into that, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so we can continue to talk together about how the DCU evolves. So James Gunn had said that he was going to announce the first of the new DC slate that he and Peter Safran were working on right on January 31st of 2023 without missing a beat. Now, despite rumors, this is not going to be a full reboot of the DCU, but just a soft reboot. Although it does seem that fan favorites like Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Ray Fisher are out, Gunn has left the door open for Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot, Viola Davis, and even Ezra Miller to return to their roles in this new DCU. We will also be keeping some Elseworld stories such as Todd Phillips' Joker and Matt Reeves' The Batman. These stories will have their own continuity away from the mainline DCU. We still have 3 movies left from the old regime. Shazam 2: Fear of the Gods is coming out in March 2023. Flash will be coming out despite Ezra Miller in June 2023. Blue Beetle will be coming out in August of this year. And Aquaman 2: The Lost Kingdom will be coming out in December. After that, we're going to be entering the first chapter of the DCU entitled Gods and Monsters. There are 10 projects so far in this chapter, but there will be more added as we go along. This chapter is filled with a mixture of theatrical releases with animation TV series all streamlined into one narrative. The first one announced is Creature Commando, an animated series. Gunn wants to streamline DC talent into animation, having the same actors voice the characters that they portray on the big screen in animation as well. Creature Commandos is originally a bunch of monsters chosen to fight modern-day Nazis. Interesting way to start the universe with no names, but this is certainly on brand for Gunn. Although some shows will surely be on HBO Max, Gunn and Safran have stated that they want to spread the brand to other streaming networks as well, such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Hulu. The next one is the Waller TV series. Viola Davis is returning and partnering with the members of the Peacemaker show on this television series. At the end of Peacemaker Season 1, Amanda Waller is revealed to have violated human rights with her formation of the Suicide Squad. So this will most likely follow her trial and how she will get out of this mess. This show will be written by renowned writers such as Crystal Henry, the writer of Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, the creator of the Doom Patrol TV series. Next will be the rebooted Superman theatrical release entitled Superman Legacy. This seems to be a back-to-basics Superman story where he learns how to be a reporter, builds a relationship with Lois Lane, and has that back and forth with Perry Wright. It has been stated by both Gunn and Safran this will not be an origin story, and this will not be a Superman that has not met the other characters in the Justice League. The movie will focus more on Superman balancing his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way. This movie is scheduled to be released to the public on July 11th of 2025. The next series we have to talk about is Lanterns. This will be an HBO Max exclusive. After a small tease of the Lanterns in both versions of the Justice League, we are finally getting this series. Now, it's been in development for some time with many changes to which Lantern it will focus on, but seems like we're finally getting this cops in space adventure. Next series up will be The Authority. Now, this group of heroes is similar to the ruthless team known as the Elites. The Authority has little qualms with handing out justice in a more brutal and cruel way, and will most likely have a similar tone to Amazon Prime's The Boys. It is rumored that this movie will set up a confrontation between Superman and the Authority in the future, which I find to be pretty interesting. The next story we want to talk about here is Paradise Lost. Now, this will be a television series, which will be the story of Themyscira before Wonder Woman leaves. Gunn has described this as a Games of Thrones style show based on Wonder Woman's homeland. There has been rumors for some time about a Themyscira-based TV show, supposedly being held by Patty Jenkins at one point, and I'm assuming this will be the replacement of that show. Now, I doubt that Patty or Gal Gadot will be involved, because I think James Gunn wants to really choose his own Wonder Woman. We shall see. The next one up is the Brave and the Bold movie, which will be the introduction to the DCU Batman. This movie will be different from the Ben Affleck Batman and the Robert Pattinson Batman that we've come to know and love. It will follow an established Batman as he adventures fatherhood with his most rambunctious Robin yet, Damian Wayne, his son. This movie will take inspiration from the now classic Batman run written by Grant Morrison that introduced Batman to a son he never knew existed, a murderous tween raised by assassins. It's a very strange father and son story. Next one up, we have fan favorite Booster Gold. This will be an HBO Max series following an unlikely time-traveling hero. I see Chris Pratt licking his chops already getting ready for this role that I'm almost certain Gunn sees for him. Next one up will be the theatrical release of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. This will be inspired by Tom King's run on Supergirl, and this will be a sci-fi movie. It's unclear whether Sasha Calle will be the Supergirl for the story, but I think that is unlikely since it's been reported that her role in The Flash has been scaled back quite a bit, so as to not tease too much of her character in the future. That will most likely not happen now. Lastly, we have Swamp Thing, which will be a horror film that promises to close out the first part of this first chapter. We've seen a Swamp Thing television series already on the CW and on the DC network, so it'll be interesting to see it get the theatrical treatment. Wonder where they'll go with it, but that's yet to be seen. And there you have it. This is the Slate. What are your thoughts? Do we trust James Gunn to turn the ship around, or do you think we'll have more of the same from DC? Let's hope for a better tomorrow for our legendary heroes. I'll see you very soon to dive into this more. Night out.